Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Mod Squad Horror Show. I am your host, Harley, as always, joined by the Nerd Tender
What's up?
and also the Dude.
Like, that's your prerogative, man.
And this week we have Felix joining us.
What's up?
Hey, Felix.
What's you guys?
Hi, Felix.
Yo.
We are going to start our show off with our shirts. These are the 6 we have all the time.
Yes.
And this is our new shirt for August. It is our Mod Squad Gamer shirt, guys. Get this shirt.
That's what's
It is
up.
awesome.
Oh, that's bitchin'.
That's actually a pretty dope shirt.
Okay.
I really
and
like that.
Our sponsor this month is Scott Straka Art. Check him out on Facebook, guys. He has some really awesome artwork that we will be doing as giveaways on our live
That's
show.
so rad. That's
Check
so
it out.
rad.
Look at the pictures behind Harley, guys. Those are from him.
Oh,
Every
no
one
shit.
of them
Awesome
right
work.
from all those are his.
Nice. I really like those ones that you showed there. The first ones, they remind me of like some like 90s like skateboard deck art. They're freaking sweet.
Oh,
Kinda
his
like
little
Santa Cruz
card.
style
Yeah.
art. Yeah.
His
That's
artwork is
His
awesome.
little zombie guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are dope.
So we are going to move on to our first news segment. The Saw X poster dropped, guys. Do y'all want to see it?
Let's see
Yeah.
it. Let's do it. Come on.
Would you like to show us a poster?
Hello. Do you want to play a
So
game?
I can't wait to find out what the hell is going on
Yeah.
in this.
Is
I
it?
also-
Are they sucking
Like,
out his eyes, or are there needles coming down into his eyes? Are they releasing little bugs in there
They're
to
like-
eat his eyes?
They look like tubes.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Well,
something's going to either drip down in and like melt their eyeballs into their brain, or release like. And since this one takes place in Mexico, maybe some scorpions or something going down.
oh,
Right,
little ones too, because the little ones are supposed to be crazy.
Yeah, little baby.
Either way it
scorp.
goes, it's going to be something messed up going into those tubes because from previous Saw
can't
movies,
wait.
they always do something messed up.
Sure.
Yeah. I can't wait to see this because clearly he's on vacation in Mexico, so he doesn't have all of his workshop that he has back home. So he's like throwing all this stuff together on the fly in Mexico from parts that he finds out in the dumpster out back in Tijuana. I can't wait to see
This is great.
what
This
he's
is
going to use.
This continues the theory that he is the Kevin McAllister grown up, because this is going to be the Home Alone of Saw.
Yep. This is the Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, where he's away from home and he has to be creative.
Oh, look at you
around him.
guys.
Yeah, exactly. Can't wait.
Either way it goes, I am excited to see what they do with
September,
this
right?
Yeah,
End of
we
September is when that one drops.
I think it was like the third Saw in. Me and the boys would watch. Like when the fourth one would drop that October, we would watch the 3, and then for the 5th one came out, we would watch all 4, and then every October we did that. And my kids are huge Saw fans.
Well, it's about time for a rewatch because this one comes out next month at the end of September. And there's like friggin' nine movies now that you get to catch up on. So you better start watching them now.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
I love the Saw movies. Love it so much. Got myself a Saw tattoo.
That's what's up.
Sweet jigsaw. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Okay, guys, let's move on to our trailer. It is The Nun.
2.
There's something wrong with the school. Something doesn't feel right.
I'm excited for this movie.
I don't know why the first one was panned. I liked it. I thought it was okay.
There's something here that's not meant to be.
They definitely need the actresses that are on The Exorcist.
I saw none.
None of that, none.
Why would you randomly crawl into a hole?
What is she doing? She's standing there.
This thing, it's come back for me.
This demon was once an angel. Rejected by God. Stripped of power.
It wants that power back.
I'm behind on the Conjuring universe.
It's okay to be scared. I'm scared too.
You send that thing back to hell.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Some nun fan art.
Oh, you saw that coming, but still. Like I was saying, I really didn't.
I liked the nun fan art on the wall at the end there. That's pretty cool. I'm behind on this Conjuring universe. These movies, I unfortunately fell behind, and then at some point I was like, I don't know when to catch up, and now I'm too far behind.
Did you guys hear that they took the La Llorona out of the Conjuring universe, even though they have Annabelle in it and the same priest from the Annabelle movies?
So they decanonized it, is what they did? Damn. Them fighting words,
I mean,
dude.
with that, you got 3 Conjuring films, you have 3 Annabelle films, you have 1 Nun film.
So far, yeah.
It's only 7 movies.
What do you guys think about the TV show? Do you think each episode is going to be about a different knick-knack they got in their
Wait, now there's a universe show?
Yeah, I'm right there with Brandon. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Jesus Christ.
I guess you guys haven't been watching Movie Talk Mondays.
I told you I'm behind on The Conjuring. I've been on the Movie Talk Mondays, and I don't even know that there's a TV show.
Yeah, it's. I think it's going to be about something different that's in their museum.
Their basement?
Yeah.
Museum basement.
Museum. I'm not even going to make
that's kind of. I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, I guess their little museum of curiosities, oddities, whatever. Yeah. Pick little items out of it and tell that story.
I like the Conjuring universe. I like it a lot more than the Insidious universe, which is funny because I want to say that the main guy is in both of them.
He's in both of them.
Yeah. Patrick something. I want to say that's his
Wilson.
name.
Patrick Wilson. Yeah, he's awesome. He's great. Yeah, no shade thrown at Patrick Wilson.
No.
But yeah, I definitely fell off the Conjuring bandwagon a while ago, and maybe someday I'll jump back on. Who knows?
Well, if you have, I'm sure there's some streaming service that has all of them available. I want to say Max was the one that released.
I think it's Max.
Yeah, I was going to say
WB's Max.
Formerly HBO Max. Yeah, now Max.
Who's like Prince now?
Which is really confusing because when someone says Max, I think Cinemax.
Yeah.
That takes me back.
They also absorbed Cinemax, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
I think so, right?
I don't know.
They absorbed Discovery Plus.
Well, I know they did that just recently. The Warner Brothers and Discovery became one. They fused and became one. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was looking at myself in the video and
some flight traffic control here.
Yeah.
No, it's a DBZ. It's a Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Fusion. Like like that. There we go.
See, and then we would become one.
Yeah. Anyways.
So you guys brought up Insidious. If you click this little eye that just popped out right now, it'll take you to the Insidious, the red door. Yeah, you're putting it the right way. Insidious, the Red Door, walking out of the theater review that Harley and I did when she was in Arizona a few weeks back.
Oh.
Click it.
Click it.
Okay. Now we are moving on to the next segment, the flashback special, and this is all the dudes.
Awesome.
Segment.
So the flashback special coming out in 1991, Popcorn has a running time of 1 hour and 31 minutes. A master of disguise deranged killer begins killing off college students who are organizing a horror movie marathon in an abandoned theater. With that, let's check out the trailer.
Before the horror of Halloween. Before the fear of Friday the 13th. Before the evil of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Before them all,
Voice
there was...
for trailers.
Now, 15 years later, he's back.
Oh, yes.
There's something happening here that I've been looking for all of my life. There's smoke. Someone takes her hand. She's running. The same man comes towards her.
I don't know, man. This trailer would not make me want to run out to the theater.
I remember the movie.
Movie is so good. Steve Wallace, yeah.
I was going to say, that's Steve Wallace.
The awesome Steve Wallace. I mean, she's worth running out to the theater for right there. There's some really fun practical effects in this movie.
Go home in a box.
Yes.
It's great.
It's really fun. It's very over the top. End of the 80s, beginning of the 90s horror. That's
I can tell.
Right there. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it, Stevie.
Oh, I remember enjoying it as a kid. I watched it probably a decade ago. When we were talking about this segment for the show. It's one of the first movies when it comes to horror films, Popcorn is usually one of the first movie that pops in my head because there are very few people in this world that legitimately know about Popcorn. Brandon did, but Harley, Felix, did either of you know about Popcorn before this?
Yes, trailer? we had something in it about maybe 6 to 8 months ago in the box, Brandon. In one of the boxes.
Box, it was a while. No, it was longer ago than that. It was Jill Sholin, the star of the movie. She autographed for the Bam box. She did. They autographed. They had a bunch of the actual like old popcorn buckets, the flat paper popcorn buckets. I can find mine, and we could always insert a picture of it into the
yes. As soon as we're done here, send me that picture.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you a picture of it. But yeah, it's super cool. Super cool signed prop.
That's legit. Movie. I'm not gonna lie. If Bambox did that, I might have to post up on the page being like, if anybody has. That's like a Goldie Wilson autograph for me. Like that.
Yeah, that came out a couple of years ago. I remember when I first heard that they were going to be doing Popcorn in a box. I was like, "Holy shit! That's really digging deep into the archives of the horror annals."
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, but Joe Bob, I was talking to you offline about this. Joe Bob did it. It was actually, I looked back, and it was actually part of the Halloween hangout that he did. So it was actually it was the Halloween special that they did last year. They showed Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and then Popcorn with it, and which is it's a perfect movie for a drive-in segment. It was a great drive-in. And he had Jill Sholin on the show and interviewed her and stuff, and it was a great movie to kind of dive into all the behind the scenes stuff about it. So yeah, Felix, I know maybe you weren't totally impressed by the the trailer
Trailer.
for it, but the movie itself is a lot of fun, and especially when you dive in with Joe Bob and he dissects the movie and all of his little rants and stuff that he has to say about
I
it.
love
So
his work.
if you
Yeah,
guys haven't, that's a really good version of it to watch right there.
And that's popcorn, as
Okay,
Felix
so
likes to say. That's what's up.
that's what's
okay, so we're gonna move on to the next segment of urban legends and ghost stories. Brandon, want to take the lead?
Sure. Yeah, I will revisit a terrifying time in my life. Thank you for that. Um,
You're most
and
welcome.
it really was. I want to say I was probably 10 or 11 years old at the time. My family and I went down to visit my grandparents for a little vacation for the week or something, and loved my grandparents. I was really excited to see them and spend some time with them. They lived in this old house. It wasn't the house itself wasn't super creepy. There wasn't anything special about it, but of course, when it was time to go to bed, I found the room that I was going to be staying in, and my grandmother, of course, like a lot of older women of her time, was very fond of those creepy ass Victorian dolls with the eyes that move, that roll back and close their eyes and
they
stuff.
look into your
And
soul, man.
they're all dressed in their frilly dresses and their hair all done up and they're staring at you like, I'll eat your heart. But nothing super creepy happened with the dolls, which is what I was expecting. Like you would expect if you're going and you're staying in a room, and if something creepy is going to happen, it's going to come from the the row of dolls sitting on the dresser at the foot of the bed staring at you while you're sleeping. So I wasn't super stoked about that. But as I climbed in, I got into bed and was getting ready to go to sleep. You know, like when you stay in hotels or places where they tuck the blankets in really.
I hate that. First thing I do when I get there is I pull them all out.
Yeah, same. I feel claustrophobic. So like whenever I stay at a hotel or something, I always, kick my feet and I'll kick that freaking blanket off, kick it up in the air to free my feet.
That's
And
what's up.
so I did that. I freed my feet and I'm laying there trying to go to sleep, trying to ignore these creepy ass dolls staring at me from the other side of the room. And in the room, I remember above the door there was one of those little rectangular windows above the door that open like this. They fold out. And I remember it was shut when I was going to bed. And I remember hearing like a creaking noise and looking and seeing the window kind of creak down a little bit, open up a little bit. And I was like, that isn't right. That shouldn't be happening. So I freaked out. And so I jumped out of bed. I was like, I've had enough of this freaking room. I jumped out of bed, danced real quick to the door to make sure nothing could reach out and get me from under the bed. And I opened the door and I looked out and there's nobody there. There's nothing there. And I can hear my relatives, my mom and my grandma and all the adults. I could hear them talking because of course I was going to bed, but they were all staying up, drinking their Chardonnays and whatnot, and smoking their Virginia Slims and downstairs talking
Oh,
like shit. All right, so
Old
I
people
closed the
cigarettes.
door.
yeah.
Yeah. So I closed the door and I go back. I climb back in bed, and it took me a long time to finally fall back asleep, as you can imagine. Because it was just creepy. You're in a strange house you've never been in before, trying to sleep with all these freaky ass dolls around you, and a
That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
That he froze while he's talking about it.
Whoa, I got chills now. Now it's getting to me. This reminds me really quick. My nephews were talking about, something about God, Jesus, the Christians, and this and that, and yada, yada, yada. Long story, you're back. We can't hear you. Long story short, I was doing something and I just heard them talking in the background. And I'm like, oh, you guys know that that doesn't exist, right? and I just went on with whatever I was doing. Shit you not, right just then, my hearing aid broke. It like stopped working. I took it to the hearing aid place, and guy said it's broke. It's toast. I had to
What?
get new hearing aids.
Okay, I'm back. All right. All right. Now that the ghost in the machine has left the room. So, anyways, I finally was able to drift off to sleep. Now, I remember waking up in the middle of the night because all of a sudden I couldn't move. And remember, I told you before how I hate having the blanket tucked
Yeah.
in tight around me, and I kicked that fucking blanket off as hard as I could. Well, I wake up in the middle of the night with the blanket tucked tight back in around my feet.
Oh hell no!
And it
No.
scared
Look,
the
and
living shit out of me. And so, of course, I jump up, I freak out, I jump up, I run out of the room, I go down to the room my mom's staying in, and I ended up spending the rest of the night sleeping in the chair in her room because,
That is nuts, man.
yes, I was tucked in by a ghost.
That's creepy. That's creepy.
Swear to
AF.
God. And it's still
that's creepy.
I feel the so
Be
anyways,
tight.
I found out a little tail end of this story. I found out a couple of years later, after talking to my parents and stuff and my grandparents, I found out that that house that they lived in, it was an old folks home.
Oh
It was like an
hell
old
no, man.
retirement home. And I found that out when I was probably like 14, 15, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was
So some little
absolutely
old
tucked
lady
in.
tucked you
Some
in.
little old lady's ghost tucked me in while I was sleeping, man.
Yeah,
And
you
like,
probably
I'm
look
sure
so
she
you
had
look
good
so cute.
intentions. I'm sure she had good intentions, but fuck, man, that scared the shit out of me. And it's still, even telling this story now
Yeah.
again, it gives me the
It seems to
fucking
be affecting everything
PTSD.
over there, actually.
You're gonna wake
Not
up
Yeah,
even
what
one
the
making a
hell is
joke.
going on? What the hell is going on with my freaking computer? Old Ethel's ghost followed me through the
Yeah.
freaking phone lines. She's like, I swear to God, right now, if this
Oh,
Sorry.
Brandon, you're gonna wake up at 2 a.m. completely tucked in.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
I would shit myself if that happened.
I
Oh
swear to
my
God,
god.
I better not.
Felix just meshes his wife, took him into 2
I'm just
a.m.
waiting for this old rotary phone to start ringing.
Oh.
Wait, why do you randomly have an old rotary phone by your computer?
Look who it's signed by. Look who it's signed by.
It's signed. Yeah, yeah. It's signed by The Shape, and it's signed by PJ Souls from Halloween. That's why.
Sure, okay, okay.
I just happen to have an old rotary phone. You don't?
That's hilarious.
Doesn't everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's my story time now. So, when me and my husband got married, we got married in my grandparents' backyard. And they were taking pictures of me and him, and my mother was the only person outside the house besides me and him. The kids and everybody else was in the living room of the house. The house sat like here's the living room, and then the kitchen was right there to the back door. Well, we didn't notice this at the time, but in the picture of our wedding picture, there is two faces in the door of the picture. And I have that
Pictures or it didn't happen?
I've got that picture. If you look, there's two faces right there where the circle is.
That's crazy.
It's right above your shoulder. For the
Yeah,
listeners at
yeah.
home, it's right above her shoulder, and then
And then there's
just
one like up to the
back and to the
Yeah.
left.
Back into
JFK. I'm like, where's that from?
That's creepy.
Yeah,
and
it is.
like that house was really old, and they got that house. My grandparents got that house from a friend of theirs, and apparently the house, well, it was in the family for generation and generation and generation. Well, from what my grandma said, 4 years before they moved into this house, a mother and son both died in their sleep in the house.
Shut the fuck door.
So that mother and that son wanted to say hello in my wedding pictures.
Or congrats or something. Yeah, that's nuts.
They
man.
wanted to make themselves known
They totally crashed your wedding.
in my pictures.
It's the original Wedding Crashers.
Exactly.
Ghosts.
Creepy. Like, I didn't even notice it. Like, a friend of mine was looking at the pictures and they were like, who the hell's in the kitchen? I was like, nobody. What are you talking about? They were like, zoom into that picture. There's faces in that picture. I was like, wow.
On the photo, you were like,
yeah, I was zooming in and I'm like, well, the camera, because they took it on
Back
the phone.
then, yeah.
I went and zoomed in and I'm like,
yeah, those are faces.
what the hell? They're
Related
faces
note,
in my picture.
Great idea for a screenplay. Ghosts that crash weddings. That just sounds like family fun right there.
I tell you what, I got a great idea. The two leading ghosts, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. Don't know why. I think it would work.
Oh.
Yeah, that would work.
Lots of pretty babies. Lots of pretty babies. Listen. We're gonna go in there. There's gonna be a lot of baby ghosts. A lot of pretty baby ghosts. We're gonna
see. That's a good idea for a sequel. Is just totally flip the genre. Yeah, they died, but they're still crashing weddings. And then of course,
there you go.
Up from the ground comes fucking Will Ferrell's ghost because he's still out there crashing funerals.
Yes,
because you go to hell for that one.
Wow, I really appreciate you still
this is a great idea.
In the afterlife. You still want to go to weddings, but I want to go to heaven. I want to go to heaven. No, beautiful babies. Listen. We're gonna go to this wedding. After the wedding, we'll go to heaven. After the wedding, we'll go to heaven. But this is the last wedding. Come on. This is the last wedding we're gonna do. Lots of pretty babies. It's in Vegas, baby. Vegas. We're gonna love it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, guys, remember we do have t-shirts. These are the 6 that we have all the time. Go ahead and order that. We got that QR code right here for you guys to scan. And this is our shirt of August. The Mod Squad gaming shirt. This shirt is freaking awesome. And also our sponsor. It is Scott Strout Art. Check him out on Facebook. His work is really awesome, and we will be having some of his artwork as a giveaway on our lives. Tune into that live. That is it for this episode of the Mod Squad Horror Show. For the Nerd Tender, the Dude, Felix, and myself, see you next time.
See ya.